today we're going to learn how to do a Canva flyer, and I'm also going to give you some tips as to where you can share it too. So my favorite places to share this to find students, especially as an ESL teacher, is in WeChat, and I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Xiaohongshu. So I'm just going to show you both of those. Xiaohongshu or Xiaohongshu. It's like a social media app in China. It's a bit like Instagram. There we go. And you can put in there with lots of hashtags to be like online English teacher, grammar, reading, speaking, whatever. You do all these hashtags, like loads and loads of them. And then when people search for that, then your flyer will come up. And you can get lots of people messaging you on there. And then when they message you, you want to funnel them into WeChat. So WeChat is another app. It's almost like Messenger or WhatsApp. So it's here, and this is mine. And as you can see, there's lots of groups that you can join here. So one of the groups that I've joined is Teachers Home. And you can see the teachers are sharing their flyers. You can share your introduction video. There's another flyer. And the nice thing about it is if parents don't understand Chinese, you can actually translate it. This is actually a teacher. I bet he doesn't speak Chinese. He's just had it translated. So the app translates it for you into English to Chinese so that you can communicate with parents. So that's where I would encourage you to post it. If you don't know how to set up a WeChat account or any of that, and you're just a starter and you're not really sure where to go, this is where I come in, and I have actually designed a course for teachers like you who want to become independent. So you can use, you can go to iteachcourse.com, and I've got lots of different products to help ESL teachers on their journey to becoming independent. So you can do a self-guided course, which is up here, or you can join our membership option where we have weekly Q&As available. So the self-guided course is something I would definitely recommend. You can become an independent teacher in 30 days. And check this out. This is the roadmap, how to get there. It's 30 small, short and sweet lessons, basically guiding you how to do everything. So do you have any questions as to how to become independent? If you do, have to think about them. You can always ask me at the end. But let's get straight into designing a Canva flyer together. Okay, have you got your Canva flyer in front of you?
I do.
Amazing. All right, so I've got some instructions here, which you can read through in your own time, but I'm going to basically guide you through them for the most part. If you have got things like your WeChat code already, you can use that, or a picture. If not, don't worry about it yet. Let's do the main poster together, figure out some of the skills, and you can always complete it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here's my flyer. You can either choose this one and edit it, which is the easiest, or if you're really advanced, you can design it from scratch, or you can choose one of the ones at the bottom here. So have a look through, and you can just edit the flyer.
Yes.
Have you chosen one?
I think I like the one, I think the first one, the one with the chalkboard qualified high school teacher at the top.
Okay, cool. Let's just edit this one. All right, so
Okay.
you might have a pro account, or you might have just the normal free account. If you have a pro account, then I would encourage you to remove the background. I think it always looks fantastic. If you don't, then you can use one of these cute frames, which I've got on the resources page here. In fact, if you want to, you can push the resources page up so that it's right next to the flyer of your choice. You can always move your flyer up and down with these arrows. So let's edit this one. Do you have a picture of yourself, Liv?
Yes, I do.
Amazing. So what you can do is on the right, sorry, the left-hand side, you can go to uploads, and you can upload file and upload a picture of yourself there.
Okay.
Here's a picture of me.
Okay.
Okay, so once you've done that, you're just going to drag and drop it close to, well, on top of your flyer. you can get rid of my picture.
Okay.
All right, so once you have clicked on your picture, you're going to go to edit photo, which is in the top left area, edit photo.
Okay.
So go to edit photo, and then you'll have this left-hand side menu pop up. And we're going to be using the BG remover, which stands for background remover. So as long as it's clicked on your picture, you should be able to go to edit photo and background remover, and it will remove the background for you. It takes a bit of time, but if you want to just do a magic eraser and remove a few things, you can also do that. It's totally up to you. Make sure you've got a pretty smiling picture. This is a flyer that kids are going to see, that parents are going to see. Make sure you have got a beautiful smiling face. It's so important to advertise yourself as a teacher. Okay, so you can edit this with your name, teacher, and you can just put your name. And if you are a qualified school teacher, make sure this is at the top. This is the translation of it. If you're not a qualified high school teacher, that's totally fine, but you're going to want to then edit the title here, and then you want to translate it too. I use a translation tool called DeepL. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. DeepL, or you can use Google Translate. I prefer DeepL. I find like it's more accurate, but you can translate it with Google Translate too. So that's that if you want to use the translation tool to translate. We're going to translate a few other things later on. So you can open that up for now. And if you want to change the title, just type it in here and you can then change it over. So I'm actually going to start with English. And you can put in qualified teacher. Let's switch those around. Why are you being slow? Okay, English. And then I'm going to put that down to Chinese. There we go. Okay, so you can have English on the left, Chinese on the right, and you can just write in whatever you want. So mine was qualified high school teacher or teacher, qualified teacher. And it's going to just translate it automatically for you. You're then going to just copy that and put it onto your flyer. So copy and then go back to your flyer and you're going to paste it in there. Okay. All right. Have you finished that part, Liv?
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so Liv, you sound like you're from America. So on the resources page, feel free to kick off my British flag, just delete it, and you can just drag and drop the American flag up there, resize it. America. All right. Liv, you don't have to, but have you ever worked for a company before, like VIP Kid or Wales English, Cambly, Bling ABC?
No, I have not.
That's okay. So you don't have to actually put this if you don't want to. If you have worked for a company, it is nice to show that you've worked for them. So you can just take that off. And then we've got like, this is actually the logo for Voov. And Voov is the software that I use to teach on. It's the same as Zoom, but it's free. It's an amazing app that you can use. It's really very similar to Zoom. I'll just show it to you quickly. And again, if you're not sure about this, you can actually find more information about it in my self-guided course. Here we go. This is Voov. You can see I've got all my student meetings here. And it's just, it's so similar to Zoom. So I put that there to show parents that that's what I teach with. That's what I teach on. Just so that they know. Another thing that you can do is if you decide to use a payment platform like Stripe, you could put WeChat Pay on your flyer so that they can pay through WeChat. Again, if you're not sure about any of this, you can find out more in my course, or you can use PayPal. So you can pop one of these logos on there too. Or if you do have a Zoom Pro account and you want to use Zoom, put Zoom in there. It's totally up to you. There are other software platforms like Classin or Koala Go. So whichever one you want to use. I actually use WeChat Pay. And pop that there.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so this here is the QR code for my WeChat account. So if you go into WeChat, I'm going to show it to you a bit later, but set yourself up. You can go into your settings and you can actually find your QR code and post it there. You also will get a WeChat ID, which you can also pop here in the bottom, and they can find you through the QR code or through your WeChat ID. Now, when you register with WeChat, you do actually get like a jumble of numbers and letters. So I do encourage you to change that to teacher and then your name, just so that it's quite clear to people that you are a teacher, and that they can find you really easily. Okay, so if you don't have a WeChat account yet, that's okay, but this one is actually invalid, it doesn't work. So what I'd encourage you to do is, once you've set up WeChat, get your QR code on here, because that's how people are going to contact you and message you. All right. Okay, so this part, you might be thinking, what does it even say? This is actually just extra information and curriculum that I would use. So you can actually delete all of this, all of these things, and you're going to put in your own information. So I have to delete them one by one. Yeah. So have you got any teaching experience, Liv?
Yes, I taught high school in a school for 8 years.
Okay, amazing. So some really great experience. So what I encourage you to do is go over to the left-hand side, get the text. I always just go for the big one because it doesn't even come up big anyway. And you're going to write in your experience. So like maybe any other qualifications that you might have, teaching experience, online experience. It does come out as black text here and a bit small. So at the top, you can increase your font, and you can also change the color. So I'm going to just highlight this, and I'm going to change the color to white because it is on a blackboard, and so it's going to look like chalk, and it pops out a lot more. So I encourage you to, you can either edit the ones actually, put it in there, or just like I showed you, add those texts. Now you can add any extra information. If you want to do it in English, you can, but remember, a lot of Chinese parents can't read English. So that's why I would really encourage you to use the translation tool. So write it out in English, and then you can just copy and paste it to DeepL Translate. All right, lastly, you can put your email address. I didn't mention that, but that's also another way for parents to contact you. But I do find in the Chinese market, most people contact me through their ID through WeChat. Okay. All right. So that's basically it. How's your flyer looking, Liv?
It looks great. I still need to translate, but everything else is done.
Yay! Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Good stuff. All right, thanks, Liv, for doing that with me today. Feel free to use this resource to create any other flyers that you want. And yeah, reach out if you have any questions.
Awesome. Thanks for your help.
Thanks. Bye, bye.
Bye.